Hi class, I want to explore some concepts related to developmental pathways. So basically, developmental psychopathologists often compare child development to a journey along a path. And they refer to children as following certain developmental pathways, or what we call trajectories, towards either a healthy outcome or an unhealthy outcome. So an interesting question to consider is why, if many of us have similar life experiences, or even siblings who have the same life experiences in some ways, why don't we look the same later in life? Why don't we have similar problems? And this is the concept known as multifinality. So we can have a similar experience, but then look differently later. So, for example, imagine you're a social worker who evaluates children who have been abused, and during the course of your career, you notice that some of these children suffer from long-term emotional and behavioral problems, where others don't really show these effects. So this whole principle of multifinality really limits any general statements we can make about children's prognosis. In fact, many people erroneously think that if a child is sexually abused, she's doomed to have a host of behavioral and emotional problems later in life. Now, while this certainly may be true for many, there's also a bulk of these children that don't show these long-term effects. And then on the other spectrum, why is it that children and adolescents with the same disorder have very different early experiences or family traits? And this is what we call equifinality. So this principle makes definitive statements about the causes of psychopathology very, very difficult. So for example, infantile autism can result from a number of different factors. So that's equifinality and multifinality. And the whole term developmental pathway refers to really the sequence and timing of certain behaviors and then relationships between those behaviors over time.